Hey good people, welcome back to Beauty and the Frizz. My name is Kara. Whether you're new or returning, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me today. I have another collection video for you. This is my single eyeshadow collection, which I am extremely proud of and love, but that collection doesn't get all of the love that it needs. But in any case, we are going to look at my single eyeshadows, all the indie brands, all the sparkly goodness. So if that is something that sounds good to you, keep watching this video. If makeup is your therapy and your love and your passion and you're trying to make some better decisions for 2022, definitely consider joining this community because we'd love to have you back. All right, let's get started. Okay, y'all, so without further ado, we are going to cut to my iPhone footage and I'll be back at the end just to wrap up the video. All right, you guys, so today we are going over my singles collection as you heard me talk about in the intro, and I literally just pulled this out. One thing I will say is that I'm glad I recognized, I mean, it was still late, but I recognized probably in October of last year that I cannot buy any singles no more. I definitely know that before October, I knew that I was going to have to stop because Kelly and we started our BYOP palette collab in August or July. It might have been July. That might have been our first one. So I already knew this singles time for me was coming to an end. So I am going to just show you what I have. Now, what I will say before we get into this is that these do need some reorganizing. They were organized by color. I do have some that are organized by brand. So I am going to do my best to tell you what's in all of these palettes here. All right. And there are some casualties that are going to be leaving us. These are supposed to be my blues and greens. There are a mixture of all kinds of brands here. Terra Moons, there's some Copacetics. I just got this one for free when I got my Tammy Tanuka palette. There's a bunch of Sydney Grace, maybe some Looksy Beauty. And that's going to be the case for most of my larger palettes. These here are my Divina singles. You may recognize that these are Aurora Flares. I have a few of those. I think I have one of the collections, the Exploders maybe. And then some of the ones down here are from the Over the Rainbow Wizard of Oz collection. So it's just a mixture in here, but these are all definitely Divina shadows. I'm gonna skip here because these are my Candy Cakes by Divina Cosmetics, and that was a set of 6, so this is the complete set of those. We have 3 shimmers here by Give Me Glow, and this palette is also Give Me Glow shadows. This one used to be full. Now this palette was filled. This is also Give Me Glow. Some of these I used to put into other palettes where either I didn't like the shimmer or matte formula. And I use these because I do like the Give Me Glow shimmers, even though they're not my favorites to put on. Like the Experience isn't my favorite, but they were just sitting here. So I figured I could get some more use out of them by putting them in palettes. This here is a hand-pressed single by Unearthly Cosmetics. She had 4 shades and they were only available for a limited time. I'm not sure if that's something the brand is going to do again in the future. These are my Hollow Shades by Glam Shop. I really like these because they're glittery without being pressed glitters. As far as I know, there are only 9 hollow shades, so I have all of them. If there are any more, I don't know because I have not been paying attention to eyeshadow single releases. So I'm gonna just stay with what I have. And here are the rest of my Glam Shop singles. Glam Shop is really unique, but I don't find myself pulling these out a lot, possibly because I forget that I have them. So I do try to make sure I include them here and there in my BYOP videos. These shadows here are by a brand named Beshi Beauty. I did do a video on this brand, and unfortunately, and fortunately, I got a lot of feedback about the brand, their customer service, and things like that. So it was really unfortunate because this was a brand I was really excited to try, and I honestly had no idea about any of the drama. So I have not really used these since And these shadows are just gorgeous, but I'm just not sure if I'm going to be filming with them. I still just wanted to show them because they are a part of my collection. These shadows are by a brand called the Pastel Roses, and this is a UK brand. These are okay. I tried these. I found out about this brand on Instagram, and then if you message them, they sent you like a coupon code for a discount, and I think these are just okay. They do have some of the hollow shades, but they're not like the Glam Light ones. These have more fallout for me, and they're just more glittery. I really liked the idea of these shades here with the heart in them. And like I said, they're okay, but just not my favorite. This one's like, I don't even know what's going on with that. These are kind of on the chopping block. I have never come back to use these since my video. So they looked beautiful when you bought them, but once you started swatching them and everything, they're just all right. They're okay. I have shadows that I like better. Not to say that this is a bad brand or anything like that. It's just my personal preference. This is my Stained Glass palette by Clionadh Cosmetics, one of my favorite indie brands. The stained glass shadows are the rectangular ones on the top. And I did purchase a bunch of their circle shadows this year because they had a huge restock. These stained glass shadows I purchased during Black Friday of 2020. I've only made one order of these, and I probably won't be ordering any stained glass shadows for the foreseeable future. I really want an orange one, but the shipping is like $15, so I would not make another order from Clionadh unless it's going to be a large order. I am hoping that they do come out with a palette this year because they were supposed to come out with a palette last year, but they didn't. Here's some more Clionadh shadows, and these are the metallics. I think the name of the collection is the metallics, except this shade right here. This is the shade Toadstool. This top row here, these are all Clionadh circle shadows, and then these right here with the Clionadh logo. And these, I believe, are all my Looksy Beauty shadows, which I don't know if they reformulated some of these, but they're really great. Their shadows go for like $3 a piece, and they've gone as low as $2.50. These are like, these shades right here aren't really my favorites, but these down here are so good. They're just so opaque and beautiful. If you like eyeshadow singles, I honestly would look into trying Looksy Beauty just because of the price point. At the same time, you could end up collecting a lot of them because they are so cheap, but they have more vibrant mattes than Sydney Grace, because Sydney Grace, those are probably my favorite indie mattes, but I like that Looksy has some of these like vibrant purples and oranges and reds. Now, here's a video I haven't done yet, and I'm actually not finished putting it together. It's been in process for a long time, but this is a dupe of Muerte by Melt Cosmetics, and I do need 2 more shades, and I think I have them, but I've used them for other things, so I need to figure out what those 2 shades are and then do that video. These are JD Glow eyeshadow shades. I don't think I've ever used them, which is a shame. I am gonna stop buying these eyeshadows with the huge pans because it's really a waste for me, and I just feel bad that they're sitting here. These are definitely some shadows that I'd like to put into one of my BYOP videos at some point. Here we have another mix of shadows. These were supposed to be like browns and grays and then whites, but they're all mixed up. As I said, I do need to go and figure out how I want to organize these. But again, this is a mixture of brands. There's some Looksy here. There's some Divina Mattes here that I can see. I can definitely see a bunch of Sydney Grace and Terra Moons. These are great. Look at this one here. This is Copacetic right here. That's like a really cute shade, and it smells good too. Here are some like blue, purples, and pinks. And again, this is a mixture of the same brands that I just talked about. So again, I just tried to group them by color, but as you can see, it's a little bit unorganized. We have some oranges, some browns, and some yellows, a couple pinks down here. These are actually highlighters. These 2 are by Divina. They are 2 of my favorite highlighters. They kind of have this green tint to them, and you can use them on the eyes as well, but I absolutely Love these so much. This is a Sydney Grace highlighter. And then these shades are all pretties for your face. And these are some highlighters and then a blush. This is an eyeshadow single by Chanel. The shade is In Blanc, I believe. I'm not sure. Oh, I bought this one. I bought the chains. So it's just a nice little champagne shimmer. It's really nothing special. It's just Chanel, and it was just expensive. I'm really not sure why I bought this. I should have just bought the Chains blush because I definitely use that Chains blush all the time. Totally worth it. But this one, I'm just not sure why I bought it. I probably felt like I'm not going to just buy one thing, which is silly because the shipping was free. Now, these are new, and I don't necessarily consider these like eyeshadow singles. This is something way different than what I normally buy. And these are the Smoke Reflect Holiday Shades by Auric. And this is my first time trying the brand. I also purchased the Glow Lust with these. Now, the toppers are just okay, but they really look nice on top of the creams. And these look so good on. I have tried the red one on, but not on camera. But I have worn this green one. I actually had it on in a recent video with the topper, which I'll show you. But this is really pretty. Again, I have toppers that are probably better, but it looks nice together as the set. And I feel like the wear time for this cream is great. And I didn't have any issues with any type of creasing, and I have hooded eyes, so I would definitely get a crease. Let me show you the topper shade for this one. Now, I'd like to do a video on them soon. But again, these toppers are okay, but they are a nice addition to the cream shadow or the cream pot. I don't know what you call these. Here's an eyeshadow single by Notoriously Morbid. It's called Trial by Stone. It comes in this little slide around compartment. And that's also very pretty. Y'all know ColourPop. Now, I'm not purchasing any more Super Shocks. I mean, these are cool, but I don't use them. They're all still in the boxes. Some of them I've tried, some of them I haven't. These are Jelly So Much shadows. This is from the Nightmare Before Christmas collection. I do think these are pretty interesting, and they're nice how they dry down. I am not sure, like that's gorgeous. Actually, that's really gorgeous. I am not sure about wear time. I'm not sure about how long these will last. I'm hoping by them being in these glass containers, just like the Auric ones, that they will have some longevity, but I'm not sure. So I'll keep you posted. I also need to use them. This is Just a Loose Pigment by Tammy Tenuka. This came for free with the order I placed with the palettes, and it also came with that little single that I showed you earlier. These two little pots are by Hunting Howl Beauty. These are kind of like the Jelly So Much shadows, and these are pretty intact, but I will show you in a minute. There are some things I bought from them that dried up, and I'm really disappointed about that because the order that I placed with this brand took like 6 months, and it's a waste because I didn't even get to wear the stuff before it dried up, which is very unfortunate. All right, I have some products here by Danessa Myricks, and I am going to talk about these in a video because I did have the Lightworks 3 palette, and I decided to sell it before I even used it. And I just decided to get a bunch of stuff by Danessa Myricks because I really just wanted to try her brand. Now, I do know that the Twin Flames are not everyone's cup of tea. I got these in a trend mood box, and I don't care for these. But I did pick out these, and there were a couple shades in the Lightworks palette that reminded me of these Twin Flames. So when I sold the Lightworks palette, I was like, let me grab a couple of these. I want to show you this one. Let me see. There is a shade in the Lightwork 3 palette that looks just like this. So I was like, I'm just going to go ahead and get this. And I got these two. And then I also wanted to try some of the color fixes. Now, I think this shade my friend Kelly gave me, this one or this one. But then I picked out a couple of the mattes, and then I picked out another metallic. I thought these would make a great eyeshadow base. So I don't know if you would really consider these eyeshadow singles, but you can use them like an eyeshadow single. So I just want to let y'all know what I had. I'm not going to be like, oh, these don't count, because they count. The last three I have here are from Sydney Grace. I believe this purple shade I got for free with an order, but these two I did pick out. I'm going to show them to you. All right, I'm trying to hold my phone still. So the shade on the left is the shade Alexandrite, and the shade on the right is the shade Dragonfly. And oh my God, y'all, look at these. This is ridiculous, ridiculous. These dry down so well, they do not move. And I've probably had these for a year, and they are completely intact. So they're not going anywhere. The other shade is, I don't want to say it's just a purple, but it's purple. Now here are some things that are going in the trash, unfortunately. Look at this Super Shock Dry. Look, I can't. These are shadows from the Urban Decay, what was it called? Stone Vibes palette that I decided to put in a pan in case I wanted to revamp anything. But I mean, they're okay. They're not great. Another dried up ColourPop. These are just some dried up shades I took out of palettes, so I'm just not going to keep them. Look at this, y'all. So this I got from Hunting Howl Beauty, and it was a topper. I really don't know why I picked it out. I think I picked it out because it was just something different. I didn't have anything like this, but who was wearing all this confetti? Clearly not me. Not Miss I wore a one and done eyeshadow look the other day. But this is kind of cool, but it's dry. Look. I can't. This was, and I think, you know, for me, it was the theme, like, because it was like Gizmo on the front, the nostalgia. This one was Edward Scissorhands, and this was like a jelly shock, but maybe it's a container. This one's dry, and then this one's called Pixie Dreams, dry. That's sad. That's real sad. So that's it, y'all. That's it. But those are my single eyeshadows I tried to clean up as I went along this time. You can really collect single eyeshadows like pennies. You know what I mean? A lot of times there are sales and buy one, get one half off. But please, y'all, do not be fooled. I have spent so much money on eyeshadow singles. Like, I know that those stained glass shadows that I bought, just the stained glass ones alone, were $350. And I know that because when Cleona sends their packaging to you, they put the price on the outside box, and then it's a reminder for me. It's like, let me get this box in the house before anybody else sees how much I spent on these shadows. And if I have to feel like that, well, no, I don't care, because I don't regret those Cleona shadows. But I can't make orders like that often is what I'm saying. That was my only stained glass order, and I love them with my heart. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say about that. All right, y'all. Well, I have shared a lot of my thoughts already, but I am going to wrap up this video, and then you'll get to see me. All right, here we go. All right, you guys. So I really do hope that you enjoyed seeing my eyeshadow singles. I love my eyeshadow singles so much. And because of that, that's why I am not purchasing any more singles. I just feel like I need to find a more deliberate way to include them with my eyeshadow palettes. So what I was thinking about was just, you know, taking out a few singles each week just to complement what I put in my makeup basket. That might be an idea. I do the BYOP, Build Your Own Palette series with my friend Kelly over at Keep Beauty Real. We do that once a month, and that's also helped a lot because I go through all of my singles to do that video, and it just keeps it fresh in my head, all the beautiful shadows that I have. So yeah, I really do want to give them some more love, and therefore don't plan on really purchasing any singles that I can think of right now. I was really tempted with the Cleona trio that came out, but the shipping stopped that. So that's it, y'all. Thank you so much for taking out some of your time and hanging out with me today. I do hope you enjoyed the collection, and I hope this video was therapy for you, because it always is for me. Ooh, let me know if you have eyeshadow singles. Do you collect them? Do you use them? Do you reach for them? Are you more of a palette person or a singles person? And until I see you again, make sure you are being gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself nice. Stay safe, and I'll see y'all really soon. Bye. Block your